Greetings and welcome back to the channel. If for the first time you're coming across my channel, please remember to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thanks for your support. Thank you very much. So today I want to come to you and talk to you about emancipation. And well, before I go there, on the 1st of August was Emancipation Day in Jamaica. I'm not sure about the rest of the Caribbean, but I know on the 1st, from the 1st to the 3rd day, we normally celebrate Emancipation Day, where we have a gathering of farmers from different sectors come to the Denby Showground, and we have a wonderful day there. But I want to talk about the emancipation itself. So I will talk about the Denby Showground and what happened there year to year, every year from the 1st to the 3rd of August. So I wanted to just look a bit more into emancipation and what does it mean, and if we as a people are presently emancipated. Now, for example, I believe emancipation mean that we as a people, a formerly enslaved people, is now free. But what they did was free the body but still enslave the mind. I will give you a few examples. For example, some of us that claim to be free, yes, we are free. There's no chain, but we are in bondage in many other ways. Like, I just want to give you one example. If we are free, then I think religion also play a part in the mental slavery of a wide range of people, not just the black people, but a wide range of people are free but not free mentally. So free in the body but not free in the mind. Religious people are religious. Dogma is one of those things that put the mind in bondage. And the reason I say that, if you're a free being, another thing as well I would like to point out is social media. I'm not against social media because I do play a part in terms of the media, but you should be careful with this new AI coming and all these other things. You should be careful of not making the social media influence your reaction and your behavior, because that's also one of the tools they use to enslave our mind. It's amazing when you really check certain things and see what really are going on in the world. You will see that they use the media. That's number one. So they use the media, they use the social media, which is they use the what you call mainstream media. With social media you have a choice because you can choose what to watch and how to program yourself so that you can emancipate your mind that way. But also you have the fact that they use the social media to pull you in to, if you try to speak anything or expose anything positive or anything against the system, you will notice that the algorithm, or what they call the robot, would put a block on your video, or you would find they take it down completely. I have had a few videos that has been removed from social media because of what I was talking about. Not that I was wrong, because I could back it up with research, but because of what I was talking about. You see, the system is set up in a way where anyone that is talking or doing anything positive to emancipate the mind of his or herself and his or her people, they set the system up in a way where it penalizes you if you try to do these things. But if you're doing anything derogatory, like dancing, singing, exposing yourself, like that, stuff like that, in a derogatory way, you would find that the algorithm pick it up and you have 1 million views. But if you try to speak on anything in terms of positive vibration and anything profound, anything that exposes what the system is doing and how you can free yourself from these mental bondages, you would find that they either take the video down or they shadow ban it, so that you get like about 3 or 4 views. So, you know, I just want to point out a few things, because I was sitting down and watching the Emancipation Day celebration, and I want to also bring you a little clip at the end for point out a few things on this celebration, and you will see the order on where they bring in these different political people. I already speak on removing the Governor General, but you would see that even in government, the mental slavery is still alive and well. It's still alive and well, and until our governments emancipate themselves, it's gonna be very hard for the people to be emancipated mentally, because according to what the song said, Babylon released the train and now them using their brain. According to what it said, hey, Babylon released the chain, now them are use them brain. Yeah, and Malcolm X speak a lot about this, Marcus Garvey speak a lot about this, and Bob Marley speak a lot about it. Like Bob Marley song said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. He said to have no fear of atomic energy, because none of them can stop the time. You understand me? So I could go into it, but I don't want to be copyrighted. So I just want to shine light on these words that they use, Semitics, to get you and I to believe that we are free, when in reality we are free. Maybe physically they remove the chain, but there is a mental chain, and until we remove that mental chain, like religion, etc., certain type of music, some politician, etc., etc., the media and the wigs, etc., until we look into these things and listen keenly to what they're speaking about, we will continue to be in mental slavery. But the goal is to emancipate ourselves physically and to emancipate ourselves mentally, because mental slavery, I believe, is more detrimental to the human condition than the physical slavery. Because if you're mentally in bondage, there is no way you can be progressive. What does it mean to be a slave? I will try and see if I could put the definition of a slave. Give it a little pause here so I could look for it. Definition of a slave. Right. Though it's probably not physical as I said before, but if you really check it and you listen to the definition or read it, you will see that in some way we are mentally enslaved. So I think enough said on that, and as I said, I will play you a clip at the end on the pageantry on Emancipation Day.
Next to arrive this evening is Senator the Honorable Thomas Tavares Finson, President of the Senate. In this capacity, he leads the Senate in enacting and amending laws for the peace, order, and development of Jamaica. The legislature gets this power from the Constitution. Before any law is finally passed in Jamaica, signed by the Governor General, it must be reviewed by the Senate, which is also called the Upper House. It consists of representatives nominated by the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition as provided for in the 1962 Constitution. As he arrives, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the President of the Senate, the Honorable Thomas Tavares Finson. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, arriving now is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Most Honorable Juliet Holness. The role of the Speaker of the House of Representatives is to see that other members keep within the rules of the House, that the rights of the opposition members are protected, and that every member gets a fair hearing. The Speaker of the House is perhaps best known as the person who keeps order and calls members of Parliament to speak during debates in the lower house. The Speaker calls MPs in turn to give their opinion on an issue. MPs signal that they want to speak by standing up from their seat, a custom known as catching the Speaker's eye, or they can notify the Speaker in advance by writing. The Speaker has full authority to make MPs follow the rules of the House during debates. The office of the Speaker of the House is created by Section 43 of the Jamaica Constitution. Born in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, Mrs. Holness is a graduate of St. Catherine High School. She undertook sixth form studies at the Woolman's High School for Girls and went on to earn a bachelor's degree in accounting and economics and a master's degree in accounting from the University of the West Indies, Mona. Mrs. Holness represents the constituency of East Rural St. Andrew following parliamentary elections in 2016 and re-election in 2020. She became the Speaker of the House in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Most Honorable Juliet Holness. Our next official of state to arrive this evening is the Leader of the Opposition, Mr. Mark Golding and Mrs. Golding. The parliamentary opposition plays a vital role in ensuring maintenance of the dynamic democratic process of our country. The Leader of the Opposition, officially the Leader of His Majesty's Opposition, is the leader of the largest party not in government, or the person who enjoys the support of the largest block of representatives in the lower house of Parliament who are not members of the governing party. The leader of the opposition is seen as the alternate prime minister and leads the shadow cabinet of Jamaica. He is the member of parliament for South St. Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome the leader of the opposition, Mr. Mark Jefferson Golding and Mrs. Golding. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all, we welcome the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and the Minister of Defense, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Holness. Our Prime Minister is the chief functionary and leader of the executive branch of government and official head of the cabinet. The Prime Minister leads the business of administering the affairs of the nation, acting in accordance with the Constitution in consultation with the Governor General. Mr. Holness has been holding the office of Prime Minister since 2016, gaining re-election in 2020. Before that, he made history by becoming Jamaica's youngest Prime Minister in October 2011 at 39 years of age. He proudly represents the constituency of West Central St. Andrew and has been their representative since 1990. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please stand and welcome the Honorable Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Holness. The Prime Minister will be met by the Commissioner of Corrections, Brigadier Raj Mason, and escorted to the saluting dais, where he will receive a general salute. Please remain standing for the general salute. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to complete the list of officials of state to arrive at this our 63rd Annual Independence Grand Gala celebrations is the Governor General of Jamaica, His Excellency the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Linton Allen, Knight of St. John, and Lady Allen. Sir Patrick is the 5th native Governor General of Jamaica since our Declaration of Independence in 1962, following in the footsteps of the Most Honorable Sir Clifford Campbell. the Most Honourable Sir Florizel Glasspool, the Most Honourable Sir Howard Cook, and the Most Honourable Sir Kenneth Hall. Sir Patrick has been the Governor-General since 2009. On assuming the role of the Governor-General in 2009, Sir Patrick became the Chancellor of the Societies of Honour, which administers the National Honours and Awards Programme. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all, please stand and welcome the Governor-General of Jamaica, His Excellency, the Most Honourable Sir Patrick Linton Allen and Lady Allen. His Excellency, the Governor-General, will be met by the Commissioner of Corrections, Brigadier Raj Mason, and escorted to the saluting dais, where he will receive a royal salute from the parade.
My fellow Jamaicans, today holds profound meaning and solemn pride. It is a moment of reverence, remembrance, reflection, and reaffirmation. A day when we pause to honor the struggle, suffering, and sacrifice of our ancestors, while also drawing inspiration from their strength to shape our path forward. It is also a day where we take stock of where we have come from and commit never to do anything that could compromise our freedom or impact our trajectory towards the better Jamaica our ancestors dreamed. A Jamaica where we have complete financial and economic freedom, freedom from crime and violence, freedom from unemployment, and freedom from any restraint that could prevent us from realizing our individual and collective potential as a nation. Emancipation Day holds significance not only for Jamaica, but for the entire world. The abolition of slavery was not merely a historical event. It was a seismic moral awakening. It marked a decisive turning point when an institution, once regarded as lawful, even natural, was confronted and condemned as a crime against humanity. The formal end of slavery in the British Empire in 1834, followed by full freedom in 1838, ignited a wave of abolition across the globe, and the remainder of the 19th century, it signaled that no system, no matter how entrenched or profitable, could forever deny the dignity of human beings. The struggle for emancipation was a chapter in a global awakening of conscience, and Jamaica stood at the forefront of that fight. But beyond its global relevance, Emancipation Day is deeply personal for us as a people. For Jamaicans, it is not an abstract milestone. It is the hard-won triumph of our ancestors who endured the unspeakable horrors of slavery on plantations, in pens, and under the lash. It is the declaration that those who were once regarded as property were and had always been fully human, fully worthy, and fully free. With freedom came the right of our predecessors to determine their own future. And even though that right came with obstacles, the freed men and women persevered. They established free villages, built churches and schools, and cultivated a culture of resilience that would give birth to our present. In remembrance of those who came before, each generation must grapple with the questions. What are we doing with the freedom for which they struggled? How are we honoring the blood, sweat, and sacrifice that made our liberty possible? To truly honor our forebears, we must show through our conduct, our choices, our institutions, and our achievements that we are a great people, capable of achieving great things. Every time we demonstrate competent self-government, every time we hold fair elections, uphold the rule of law, educate our children, care for our elders, invest in our infrastructure, and uplift the vulnerable, we are demonstrating our capacity, our strength, and our resilience. Emancipation was the beginning of a responsibility, a duty to build a society founded on order, dignity, and justice. That duty is ours still. On this Emancipation Day, let us renew our commitment to fulfilling it, not as victims of history, but as authors of our own future. May Emancipation Day inspire in each of us a deeper resolve to protect our freedom, uplift our people, and honor our ancestors who made our liberty possible. Let us carry the torch of freedom with purpose and pride, and resolve to fulfill the great destiny won for us by the blood and courage of our ancestors. May God bless you, and may God bless Jamaica.
To the thing, people are not subscribed. Please subscribe. And the subscription